It's not often you have someone who buys a luxury watch from a YouTuber. Well, that's exactly what I did from Federico Talks Watches. Anybody who's been around for any period of time know he owns Delray watch with JP, and, well, I decided to buy a Cartier Santos from him. Now, I saw this.
We also got in the very popular Cartier Santos Blue Dial in the large size box papers. And do I really have to mention that it's the cheapest in the country?
And I immediately hopped over to the website. I started looking at the pictures, and within a few hours, I had decided to pull the trigger, and I bought the watch. So this video, I'm going to explain to you the experience I had with Federico and Delray watch. Now, the only thing I ask you before I hop into the video is just hit that subscribe button. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. Really does help the channel, and maybe you'll get some positive information throughout my time here on YouTube and your time watching. Now, all that being said, I'm going to explain to you sort of what happened and the process of buying a watch from Delray Watch. So when I saw this watch on Federico's channel, now I've watched Federico for probably 5 or 6 years. He was far back before Delray Watch, far back before Miami, when he was still in New York, and he was doing collaborations with other local YouTubers there. So I've been watching him for a long time, and when the watch came across and he said, hey, I've just put up this Cartier Santos, the cheapest one in the nation, I wanted to hop over there because I've been looking at the Cartier Santos, or the Santos de Cartier in large, for quite some time. And sure enough, I talked to my fiance and I was like, I know that I'm working all this overtime and I'm kicking ass and taking names because that's what I do as a police officer here in Alaska. And I'm just kidding, my fiance hates that. But all that being said, I've been working hell of amount of overtime to pay for the wedding, the honeymoon to Mykonos, Greece, and I really wanted to get my wedding watch. Everybody knows that I'm primarily a watch review channel. I do some random stuff here and there, but primarily watch reviews, and they're mostly on the affordable end. Well, if I'm going to wear a watch for my wedding, I want something that has luxury behind it that's not a Rolex, and I want something that matches my fiance's watch. Now, she has a Cartier Tank Solo. I bought her that watch last year, and she's going to wear that during the wedding. Now, I wanted a Cartier to match, and I was looking at everything from the Belle and Bleu to Tank Solo myself. None of them just really hit the spot. And I've been looking at the Santos de Cartier for quite some time, and I was actually looking at the white dial. And I was looking at the white dial only because it's cheaper than the blue dial. Now, used, I can pick up the Cartier Santos, the white dial, in relatively good condition for anywhere from $5,000 to $6,000. It really just depends on what's offered, on whether it has the leather strap that came with it from the factory with the stainless steel bracelet. What is the condition of the bracelet? What is the condition of the case and the crystal and the bezel and everything else? And when you're looking at eBay and Chrono24, you're really taking a chance on buying something from someone that you don't know. Now, I like Delray Watch, I like Federico, and I like JP, and I've heard nothing but positive experience from them. So whenever that came out, I went to my fiance and I was like, okay, I really like this Cartier Santos in blue, and I think it'll be a really nice wedding watch for me to wear on the most important day of both of our lives, and I really want to buy it. And she goes, well, then buy it. And I was like, I'm not going to buy it. And she's like, Chase, just toss it on the credit card. You're working your butt off. You deserve it. We'll pay it off in a couple months. Not really a big deal, because I still have like $20,000 to pay to the wedding. I got $8,000 for this and $4,000 for this, and the wedding's going to end up costing, we're flying up on helicopters to a glacier and all this other stuff, so it's definitely going to cost a lot of money for this wedding. So what's an extra $6,000? Now, all this is going to be paid for up front in cash. I'm not a big debt person. I don't like debt. So she said, Chase, put it on the credit card. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. I don't like debt. I don't want to toss stuff on credit cards. And she's like, just do it. And I said, no. So then she goes, no, just put it on my credit card. Not a big deal. And I said, you know what? I don't want to do it, but if you send me your information, I'll probably do it. So, of course, she sends me the information because she knows that I will. And I give her the opportunity to say no because as watch collectors, we know what we want and we want everybody. It's like an addict, right? An addict. You're like, I just need one more Jones. Please tell me stop. Don't do it. Don't do it. And you're like, no, it's okay. And you're like, swipe. But I'm happy I did. Anyway, so after that happened and I purchased the watch, everything went smooth. Now, I didn't hear anything. I purchased it on Friday. Didn't hear anything till Monday. Now, I assumed I wouldn't hear anything because Delray Watch is a small company. They're not Jomashop, right, where I'm going to swipe a card and within 6 hours I'm going to have shipping notifications and everything else. Purchased it and under my fiance's name because she is the card holder. And didn't hear anything from Monday. Monday, Federico sent me an email, said, hey, as part of our security thing, thanks for the purchase, but because it's with a credit card, anything under $10,000 can be with a credit card, anything over $10,000 is a bank transfer. We need a picture of the ID. Cool. Completely understand. They want to make sure that it's not a fraudulent charge. So sent that over, didn't hear anything back. Then suddenly, this is Monday, I get an email the next morning saying, hey, here's your shipping information. It'll arrive in the next 24 to 48 hours. And I was like, sweet, 24 to 48 hours. Now, on Monday, I got the email from Federico saying I need an ID. Then on Tuesday, I got an email that was generated, probably an auto-generated email with a tracking number that says, hey, it's been shipped. Well, it was shipped on Monday and nothing updated until Tuesday because Tuesday at noon, the watch shows up to my door. And my fiance said that they came, I think it was UPS. They went to the door and my fiance is like, hey, can I help you? They're like, hey, I need a signature. And she's like, nobody's there. You can just leave it at the door. She arbitrarily signs for it via verbally. They leave the watch. I'm there in an hour. I open it up and I'm like, oh my God, I cannot believe I got this as fast as I did. Now it's everything that they said, right? They admitted that it was in it was in very good condition, had some light scratches, right? I don't think the photos did justice of some of the scratches. I think you can always do better with photos. There was a couple scratches that I didn't know about, not really, and that was on the bracelet, not really a big deal. But I was extremely excited with the watch, right? It's everything they said it would be. Cartier Santos in really good condition, may have some swirls, some light scratches, some light signs of wear. It shows up to my door within 24 hours of me sending a verification of the ID for the credit card. Now, for me, I know how it works on the back end. I know that if I would have purchased this anywhere else, it would have cost me, even if it was cheaper, let's just say it was $6,000. It still would have cost me $200 to ship it overnight to Alaska from Miami. So $6,200 with free shipping included. I got a hell of a deal. And things were quick, snappy, and I know that they have their own warranty, and I know if I start going through it and doing macro shots and I find anything wrong, I know they're probably going to fix it, because why wouldn't you? You're a company and you stand behind your sales. Anyway, I had a really good experience. I would recommend that if you guys have, now Federico talks watches, Federico has no idea who I am. Not at all. Zero. We've never had contact. I've been in this space for 5 years. He's been in for probably double that. We've never once communicated at all. It's funny because the watch review is a niche. There's not a whole lot of people out there, but there's enough to where people still don't talk to anybody else, right? It's just kind of funny like that. So he has no idea who I am. He has no idea that I'm doing this video, no idea that I purchased this watch, but I had a really, really good experience, and I wanted to bring that to you guys. If you guys are ever curious about watches, especially luxury watches, and you want to go someplace you can trust, I would trust Federico and JP, right? JP has his own channel that he started just a couple years ago. And he's more of the vintage guy, and Federico is more of everything else. And I would recommend them 100%. And I had nothing but positive things to say. Anyway, if you made it this far, hit that subscribe button. Again, it's free. And if you want to see the full in-depth review of this watch, that will be the next video that comes out on this channel, the full in-depth review where I go over everything. Anyway, I've been wearing this watch a lot. I'm still in the honeymoon phase. Super excited I got it. Don't like the interest rate of the credit card, but it'll be paid off in like a month or two, so I'm really not worried about it. Anyway, hit the like button, hit the notification bell. Some people aren't getting notified when I drop these videos, and I will see you in the next one.